Good morning, everybody. This is Stacy Hoffman-Farmer with Mountain Serenity Massage. Today, I am with Cindy Black from Big Tree Healing. Cindy is a fellow massage therapist. Yay. And Cindy actually
Yay.
is a unique form of massage that she calls meridian massage. So she uses both massage as well as Chinese medicine based in the qi, the energy life force, to create a very unique massage based on the energy meridian. So anyone who's into Chinese medicine, this may ring a bell for you. So Cindy, I am delighted to talk to you today. Thank you so much for doing this.
Sure. Thank you, Stacy. I'm really happy to be here.
You're welcome. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have a fellow massage therapist finally.
Yeah.
Cindy, I was really curious about your meridian massage because I have a little tiny bit of basis in Shiatsu massage, which is kind of based on meridians, and it seems like yours is on the next level. So I wanted to hear more about that.
Sure. When I went to massage school, I, of course, studied a little Shiatsu, and I was really, really drawn to it. And I did get to practice a little bit, but I didn't get to focus on it. And I've always had an interest in Chinese medicine. And so after doing massage, I went to school for Chinese medicine. And I had no patience to wait around to learn how to use needles. So everything I was learning, I kept putting into my massage because I had done massage for 15 or 16 years. And so rather than a very traditional form, like Shiatsu is Japanese, and that's a whole form. And there's also Tuina, which is Chinese massage, and that's also got a form. And what I did is I integrated everything that I was learning from the theory of Chinese medicine and just put it into the massage that I knew, which was Swedish massage, trigger points, traeger, connective tissue, all of those things. So it's more of an approach, and you can do it on a table. And so it really is more about saying, okay, let me teach you the theory of Chinese medicine and put it into your hands and start getting the results that I was getting. And that is what's happening. So I just called it meridian massage. I couldn't figure out what to call it. I was like, well, I'm working with the meridians and it's massage, and that should get the point across.
That's pretty excellent. So it's a combination. I'm sorry, I misspoke with Shiatsu. It was Chinese. So it's a combination of traditional Swedish massage, the Chinese meridian system, as well as the Japanese meridian system with Shiatsu and all that. That's pretty great.
Yeah, so the traditional Chinese medicine theory is the core theory that Shiatsu uses. It's also the theory that Tuina from Chinese massage uses. So it's that the theory is different than the modality. So like people use acupressure or Shiatsu. That's a specific way of working on the points, but it's still all steeped in the theory. And so once you know the theory and you know the 12 meridians and the points, then you have this map, and really you're free to do with it whatever you want.
Wow.
So there's lots of different ways to work with. Yeah, there's lots of different ways to work with the points. Yeah, you could stick needles in points. You can massage them in a certain way. You can work at them from the point of view of Shiatsu or acupressure, or you could follow your own heart, your own creativity based on that theory. And that's really what I like to teach, because you already know, you're a massage therapist, you know how to touch people. So when you just combine what you know with the meridians, then things get really interesting.
That's great, because I know with Shiatsu massage in particular, I was drawn to that as well, because the way that a body feels when you're accessing those specific energy meridians, and these are meridians that, for people watching, that kind of run throughout your body. They can start over your eye, run down the back of your head, they start in your hand. It's a different feel in the body. Like you can just feel the energy moving throughout the body when you're touching these in a specific way. It's kind of similar to acupuncture, but there's no needles involved, which is great.
Exactly.
I'm not a needle myself, so I understand how people react.
Yeah, I've always appreciated acupuncture, and I liked practicing it, but I just always came back to hands-on. So
yeah, I like feeling the energy with my hands too. I think when you're drawn to massage, it's more of that feel through your hands kind of moment. So I definitely resonate with that.
Exactly.
Okay, so it
Yeah,
sounds like the big
for
change
sure.
is healing, where you are actually teaching others how to do this meridian massage, and I think that is the best name for it. I love it. So
Thank
keep it
you.
that way. And as you're doing this, around the topic that we're discussing through this series is about how we're accessing emotional healing that's manifesting in the body. And it
Uh-huh.
sounds like you have a lot of experience seeing that in the energy meridians as you work on people.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the thing about Chinese medicine. One of the things that drew me to it in the first place is that there is no separation between body, mind, emotion, and spirit in that form of medicine. And so because of that, it's a really rich place to look for ways to work on those two levels, or multiple levels all at once,
Multiple levels, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really great. So you've been teaching people how to do this. So in your experience, have you had a lot of different emotional things come up as you work on people? Because I'm sure I can always feel it when they're holding it in their energy somewhere. I'm sure you can too.
Yeah. Yeah. What happens really part of Chinese medicine is that we see a human being in relationship to nature. And then through that's where you encounter the 5 elements that you might have heard of from Chinese medicine, right? Yeah. And they are all related to the seasons. And with every element, with every season, there's an emotion, there's a mindset, there's parts of the body, all of those things that then are all merged into one thing. And those are all reflected, of course, in a human being through the different organs. And so as we contact a body, especially if we work in the abdomen, where I like to work a lot because that's where the organs are, we really are getting right into the center of a lot of emotions and the organ systems that are transforming, holding, maintaining all of that energy called chi. And again, from this point of view, there's not going to be any separation between the emotions, the mindset, the physical. So yeah, you can really see it. If a person comes in with something, let's say they have a headache or even just muscle or a pain in a certain place, it's all going to be related to a certain system, to a certain element, to a certain mindset, really.
Okay. Gosh, I remember those 5 elements when I was in school as well. The 5 elements are always a little confusing when I got started. So I mean, if people are interested in Chinese medicine, you obviously know what they are. So, keep me honest here, Cindy. It's earth, air, fire, water, and metal, as I recall.
Well, with Chinese medicine, it's earth, fire. Instead of air, we use metal. Okay. And then water and wood.
Ah, okay. See, I haven't brushed up on my training in a while.
I know. I understand. It made me crazy too. It was like, whoa, for 15 years until I finally went to school and figured it out. So yeah, it takes a little effort.
There you go. So all of those different elements really play into a piece of the energy that's flowing through your body. So part of the chi, right, that creates your energetic self that animates you.
Sure.
So, okay. Yep. So working through that, as Cindy was saying, when you get into the abdomen, they're also related to organs in your body. So like your heart, your lungs, your liver. There's just a ton. I mean, digestive systems, like the whole thing.
The whole thing is in there. Yep. So even if you just are doing massage on the abdomen, of course, a lot of us traditionally store our emotions down in the abdomen. And, maybe from massage, not even some massage therapists, like, I don't want to work on the abdomen. And some people might be tentative about that. But, with practice, we find ways to work there with confidence and create a safe place. And then you can be contacting the organs at the same time that you're working on a meridian, right? Because the meridians all have those names of the organs, like the heart meridian, the liver meridian. So if you literally put a hand on that area and then contact those meridians, that's how I've found that we can really take advantage of this system of energy to really support people back to balance.
That's pretty great, because when you're touching those meridians, really, I mean, you're touching the body, which is part of it. You're also accessing the organ, which is, holding the energy and the emotion, and it's moving through the chi, which is your spirit self. So this type of massage is really fully integrated, body, spirit, mind.
Yeah, it really is. And the interesting thing about chi is that it's always there. And so, I did massage for 15 years without consciously working on it. And even though I was working the points in the meridians, I didn't get the results until I put my mind on it. So what I realized is that the only thing that she asks of us is to pay attention to it.
That makes perfect sense. Pay attention to what's there.
Yeah, and the more you focus on it, then you can start to work with it. But it takes, I mean, for me, it took a while because I came from a very Western mind. And I'm like, oh, this energy stuff's a bunch of baloney, And I was like, hello, it's not. So you have to pay attention to it and start to wonder about it and contact it. And then this whole other world opens up, and then you can work using your physical skills and the energetic skills, and it becomes a real holistic encounter. Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. I remember having Shiatsu done on me when we were practicing in school. Wow, it was just incredible. You don't think that something that is extremely light pressure, it's not your traditional massage, quote unquote, where you're, picking up muscles and twisting and things like that. It was just pressure, kind of like acupuncture, but with the fingers. Mm-hmm. And it was incredibly relaxing. I mean, it just changed the way you feel, the way you're thinking, the way things are processing. I think that's pretty incredible. And then to add in some muscle manipulation, as you were doing, Cindy.
Right.
I was like, everything. That's what you want, right? Work on all the energy at the same time. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, because for me, I don't think that one way is going to work for everybody. So as you keep learning different things and you integrate it all in. Because we are mind, body, spirit. So sometimes it's a really tight muscle and you just really want to use your ability from massage therapy, work on that muscle, but then let's get the energy flowing too. So then you can switch your intention to that realm, and back and forth we go. And
absolutely. Well, I'm sure some of my clients out there that are watching I like to hold that pituitary at the end of my sessions and feel how the energy is moving at that point. So my clients are well versed in that. And I loved what you were saying earlier about working through the abdomen. Because again, a lot of my clients know that I'm not afraid to work into your abdomen because there's a lot of stuff going on in there. And for people out there watching, if you've never had a massage therapist that's worked on your abdomen in a very safe way, it's incredibly changing because you really are accessing some really important pieces of your body, your abdomen. I mean, animals protect their belly first, right? Because that's where everything is. People do it too.
Yeah.
So, an abdomen massage can just make a heck of a difference without even knowing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's all the digestion. So all of our nutrition has to be received through our digestion. And if that's not going great, then some very simple massage can really help open that up. And also to breathe, when we inhale, the diaphragm's got to move down and it's going to push on all those organs in the abdomen. So if your abdomen's tight, it's really hard to take a nice deep breath. So as you're doing that abdominal massage, you're also really supporting the respiratory system. And again, from a Chinese point of view, one of the ways that we're going to get more fresh qi is from breathing. So if our breathing is limited, our amount of energy is also limited.
Oh, absolutely. I know for people out there maybe who are experiencing some of the emotional side of things, it manifests in your gut. If anyone's ever experienced maybe that feeling where something doesn't go the way you want to and it feels like someone kicked you right in the stomach. Yeah. That's usually that emotional response manifesting in your digestive system. That first time that you maybe kiss that person you want to be with, you get those butterflies that flutter up into your stomach. Again, the emotional response in the abdomen. So
that's right.
The key running through their chi is really, it's powerful when you really get into it.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes one of the best ways for me to understand the power of energy is when if you think about the last time you got angry, you really don't want to sit down when you're angry, right? It's just flying and you're just moved to get up or run or jump or bang around, and that's right. And that's just an emotion. Mm-hmm. But that force of that emotion can be extremely strong. And that's what we're trying to contact as we're working with energy. So it really is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, absolutely. A force is a great way to put it. I know we've seen throughout the whole series so far that we've been talking a lot about paying attention to that energetic response. You don't want the emotion to get stuck or stagnant inside of you.
Right.
So that, you described it perfectly. You want to scream and run and do all this stuff because the energy needs to be released somehow. So when you're feeling that anger response or maybe a fear response or something, and you don't do anything about it, and then all of a sudden your back starts to hurt or your legs hurt or your neck hurts,
Yeah.
You must be storing that emotion somewhere. It's not moving through you.
Right. And again, from the Chinese point of view, we have these 12 meridians, like you were saying, and they run longitudinally.
Mm-hmm.
And the basic idea is that when you have enough energy and it's flowing smoothly, then all is good in body, mind, and emotion and spirit. And anything less than that means that something's up. So oftentimes pain in the body, that is an area where the chi's not flowing in one of those meridians. And it could not be flowing because you're stuffing an emotion, or maybe there's an old trauma or something that's just overwhelmingly, hard to process emotionally. So we hold it.
Mm-hmm.
And as we do that, it's going to jam up the flow of energy. And we could have a manifestation on the physical level of, my shoulder just always hurts all the time. And it's not going to stop hurting until we figure out how to, like you were saying, release that emotion or work through that tough memory and find some way to just literally let it flow. And then the physical will unwind.
Oh, yeah, that's great. So just imagine how great you feel after a massage. For those of you out there that it's incredibly uplifting. You get off the table stretching, so like, oh my gosh, my muscles are so loose. I feel great. So This is that next step. Take it into that energy level. How does your energy feel when you get up? Do you feel happier or, peppier, more relaxed, more calm if you were stressed out? I mean, this is all energetic stuff that massage can touch on.
That's right. And you can carry that forward after your massage by keeping your breath moving, maybe taking a walk, taking a little time. Like, one of the things I love about massage is that it really helps a person become more self-aware. So maybe you'll catch it, like instead of, oh, my shoulder hurts, maybe you catch it a few steps before that, where maybe there's some anxiety or maybe a difficult conversation. And instead of, just jamming it there, paying attention to your breath, backing off the conversation, letting yourself breathe a little bit, and just keeping your breath moving really helps keep the energy flowing. And then it might not keep recurring. Right?
Yeah, exactly. We definitely don't want our clients to be coming back because it keeps coming back.
No.
The hardest part with massage, heal it. And
that's right.
So that's great. I love how you're discussing the breath work. I mean, as I'm sure you tell your clients as well, what's the first thing we tell you to do if we hit a pain point? Don't stop breathing.
Exactly. And that can be hard. It takes practice,
It does. So when you hear your therapist telling you just keep breathing, I mean, what's your initial response to pain or fear? You go, oh, ow.
Right.
And you hold it in.
Yeah.
Keeping that breath moving is key. Like, okay, breathe through it. I want you to breathe into it because you're trying to release it. You want it to flow.
Right. Right. Yeah, there's a lot of habits of reaction and of our minds that we've learned along the way to kind of manage all the things that are going on. So yeah, it's nice to have a safe place to unwind that a little bit, and especially in the presence of a thoughtful healer, then you can really do that and practice a little bit at a time, and things will change.
Absolutely. So if you're out there and you've had a massage, and I hope a lot of you have, thinking through that kind of moment while you're on the table, it's not really about what the therapist is doing to you. It's really more about how you're feeling while that work is being done. So what's going on inside your body. And I know I've had several clients that, will chit chat a little while I'm massaging them, and things will kind of come up that you weren't expecting. Emotional responses, or there's stress at work, or, you've got a coworker that's really bugging you, or your relationship is having an argument right now, things like that.
Yeah.
So all those are good, valid responses. And obviously it plays right into the chi in your energy system. You're holding it. Somewhere in your body, it's getting stuck.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, any massage, any healing really, I say, is a cooperative event between whoever is being the practitioner and the person on the table. So we really work together for the benefit of the person that we're paying attention to. And it can be extremely vulnerable to have these feelings come up, because there you are on the table. Now you're having all these feelings, and it's like, now what am I going to do? And, it's a real opportunity to find a way to allow it to move. And it takes a lot of courage. Healing takes a tremendous amount of courage, and to be on the table and to have a lot of emotion coming up, it's always important to be with a safe person who can encourage you and make the space for that. But it is a very courageous act, I think, to go into that level of things and try to heal at the energetic, emotional level. It's definitely possible, and there's freedom on the other side, I found.
Oh, absolutely. I found that myself as well. Going through
Yeah.
emotional healing is really, I think it's difficult. And I'm sure a lot of people watching have felt that way where it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to feel angry. I'm not supposed to
Right.
feel sad. I'm just supposed to be this happy person all the time, you know.
Yeah. Good luck with
Exactly.
that.
It's incredibly difficult to maintain that level of happiness in your life all the time. Things happen that are not fun. That's just life.
Right. Right. I always say that healing's not glamorous, right? Like
Correct.
the path to, happiness and all that, it's full of tears and crying and fits and feeling humiliated and like, why did this come up? It's not exactly glamorous, but
Oh,
we work through it, right?
yes, we all work through it. So,
Yeah,
find that therapist that works well. I love your message, Cindy, about it's a joint effort to heal.
it is.
As a therapist and as a fellow therapist, I'm not healing you. I'm holding the space and I'm helping your body feel better, but you're the one that's there, that's, experiencing, that's letting those things release. It's not me.
That's right. That's right. I mean, we hold the space. You're exactly right, for sure. But the work that you do as a healer, as a therapist, is to nurture yourself so that you can be in that space of presence. Because
Absolutely.
that takes a lot of work, and a lot of dedication.
It does. And never think that your healer isn't going through it as well. Because,
That's right.
we've been through these things also as we work through this. Being a therapist, you already know.
Right. Yeah. I think it's essential to being a person who can be there,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, definitely keep looking into the meridian massage. I love seeing that integration can happen. Because when I learned it, they were very separate modalities. It was either shiatsu
Right.
or massage. Like,
Right.
they didn't meet. So that's pretty incredible that you were able to join the two. So a little bit more about your big tree healing. So you're teaching students how to do this massage.
Uh-huh.
How many students have you had? I mean, you have a lot of practitioners all over the place now, or?
Yeah, well, because it's online, there's people learning all over the world, which is really exciting. And really what I'm able to do online, because everybody's got a front row seat, is I can really show the points really well and the meridians. And then a lot of people are already practitioners. And so you already know how to touch. You already know how to do that part. It's really just teaching the theory behind it and where are the points and how to contact them. And people are taking it and running with it and getting really great results. In fact, they're getting the same results that I was getting with people who I was working in person. So I was really excited about that. And it really speaks, in my mind, just to the dedication of hands-on healers and massage therapists, a really dedicated group of people.
Yeah.
My favorite people.
Mine too, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
I love that you can do distance work with this kind of
Yeah.
teaching. That's so, I mean, it speaks volumes about the energy that we all experience every day.
Yep.
That you can teach this from a distance and it's still just as effective.
Yeah, it is. And it's really, of course, up to each person to practice, And so it's kind of a perfect setup in a way, because even when I'm in person with people, I try not to show how to do the work so much, because this is really about your essence as a practitioner to communicate, to combine it with your creativity, to combine it with what you already know. So how do you take the meridians and make it yours? And that's really what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in do it this way, this protocol. It makes no sense, because, we're all supposed to be living our individual, unique life. Taoism is the basis of Chinese medicine, and we're supposed to all find our own way. And for me, it should be that way for practitioners as well. So you'll never get the same meridian massage from, two people, because everybody has a different expression of it, but it's all based on the same theory. And I love that. I really do. And as you know, I mean, all massage therapists are different anyway. It doesn't, you don't just get the same massage, even though we all learn the same stuff. So how do we account for that? Well, that's part of the fun.
That is part of the fun. I love the uniqueness of it all as well. For people out there healing, no two people are going to experience the same things in their life and work with the type of therapies or practitioners or whoever through it. And this is a really great way to be unique with it.
It is. It is. It truly is.
Oh, that's great. Well, for those of you out there watching that are really resonating with Cindy's work, as I do, please sign up for her mailing list. She sends out incredible stuff. I'm already part of the mailing list. I get a lot of information about the meridians, which I should definitely brush up on. if you're interested in her work, it is bigtreehealing.com. That is her website for the current school. And it's online. So for any practitioners out there watching, if you want to learn more about this technique, definitely check out her classwork.
Yeah,
And,
thank you.
of course. And she also co-founded the Finger Lake School of Healing in New York. Is that correct?
Yep, Finger Lake School of Massage in Ithaca, New York. Yep.
Ithaca, New York. So right there for New York, anyone that's in that area, if you're interested in checking that out. You know,
It's up. Yeah, it's upstate. We're up here in cow country, so about 4 hours from the city.
Sounds beautiful. A little
It
outside of New York City is good. Get a little breath of fresh air in upstate.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So definitely check out Cindy's work. I know I will be. And of course, we'll have a link to some of her great stuff up for free for the summit participants. So
Thanks.
you can check out more of it. Cindy, thank you so much for joining us today. I love hearing more about this unique form of massage. It's incredible.
Absolutely. Thank you, Stacy, and thanks for all you're doing. It's a really wonderful gift that you're offering people.
Oh, thank you. I think so too. Everyone needs the opportunity to find their way to heal.
Absolutely. All right. Take good care.
You too. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.